All right.
All right, Joe Rogan, nice to meet you, man. How's it going? Oh, sorry I'm late, dude. I just had to buy these Chinese cigarettes, man. They're like $40, dude.
Yeah, it's because they add those taxes. You know why?
No, why?
Yo, it's got to do with market failure. You heard of this?
Yeah, I heard of market failure, but explain.
Let me break it down real quick. All right. So you have like your market equilibrium. You know what that means?
Okay, yeah.
Your supply equals your demand,
Mhm.
right? So market failure is when your supply equals your demand, but it's not Pareto efficient, right?
Okay.
So Pareto efficiency. Imagine we had a pie, right? And a split up between both of us. I have 4 slices, you have 3 slices. There's no more pie left, right?
Mhm.
That's Pareto efficiency.
Okay.
You can't give without taking something from me, right?
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta hurt me to get something for yourself.
So they're hurting me in this situation.
Yeah. So imagine where your quantity equilibrium, supply equals demand,
Yeah.
but you're hurting somebody else to get that profit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. So are there any other reasons that cigarettes are so expensive?
Yeah, external values. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't.
Yo, it's such a good video from a CEO who's talking about this. Yo, put that video up real quick.
Yeah, let me pull that up for you.
Thank you all for coming. The terms of this meeting are to discuss the government's recent remarks to our company. A government official taught me about this term known as externalities, which can be both positive and negative. Negative externalities relate to society paying the cost for what the producer does not. Positive externalities are the opposite. It turns out our actions as a company can yield positive benefits for those in society who did not pay for it. As you know, our company has 67 energy producing plants nationwide, which we do pollute the air with. I have been informed that if we don't make policy changes to this, the government will not hesitate to tear us down. The government official gave some examples. A negative externality such as air pollution, one we personally contribute to. An example of this is the pollution created at factories can negatively affect those in society, especially farmers whose crop yields can be affected negatively. A positive externality would be vaccines. Vaccines have a positive effect on others in society, but it has been shown that there's not a sufficient amount of vaccinated individuals for many diseases, such as the flu. One not getting a vaccine makes others sick in the process because a lot of people do not internalize the positive externalities of vaccines. So how does this relate to our engineering teams? As you know, we are currently working on 2 new plants. That will be 68, 69 plants. In this new project, we need to consider how to minimize smog production as the government has instructed us. And let me give you a very extreme example that relates to externalities. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil rig spilled. This marked the largest oil spill in history. As a result, catastrophe ensued. I'm talking human and environmental casualties, 11 dead workers, and the destruction of major marine ecosystems with hundreds of thousands of animals dying. This negative externality could have been completely avoided. I want to urge all of our engineers to understand the implication of cost cuts to protect our communities. And why cost cuts? Well, let me tell you. The reason why this oil rig failed was because various cost-cutting decisions were made in the creation of the rig. And as a result, it speaks for itself. And that's wrapping up the meeting.
Wait, I low-key get that. Yeah, alright. What do you know about asymmetric information, though?
I'm not gonna lie, not that much.
Oh, yeah? I got the perfect video for you.
Yo, Jay, play that video right now.
Asymmetric information is when one side of the transaction knows more or better information than the other side. This causes issues like adverse selection. A real-life example of this is the used car market, where sellers often know more or better information than the buyers, leading the buyers to buy lower quality cars for a higher price. When information like that is hidden, serious market failure occurs. A real-life example of that is the 2015 Volkswagen emission scandal. Engineers installed software that cheated the emission test, which caused huge gaps of information, leading to environmental and legal issues. As information gets more digital and software-based, the risk of hidden information grows tremendously, causing engineers to design more transparently and ethically.
Yo, holy.
It's a good
actually
one, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my boy Albert was telling me about this thing called imperfect competition.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a perfect video for this.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, pull this video up right now.
I got you.
A major cause of market failure is imperfect competition. See, in a perfect world, competition forces prices down and encourages quality and efficiency to go up. But in imperfect markets, firms have the power to restrict supply, creating artificial scarcity and causing prices to go up. This means consumers pay more for less, and the global economy suffers from what economists call deadweight loss. A prime example of this is OPEC. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Companies is a coalition of nations that control most of the world's oil reserves. They meet regularly to set strict limits on how much oil each member can produce, and by turning off the supply, they can engineer shortages, ensuring that oil prices and their profits stay high. So how do engineers relate to this? Well, engineering can level the playing field. See, when the OPEC crisis hit in the 1970s, engineers redesigned cars to be lighter and more efficient. And now, electric vehicles designed by engineers are disrupting the industry as a substitute good for gasoline-based vehicles, which reduces the world's reliance on OPEC.
Damn, what a handsome dude though.
Sexy. Okay. Hey, what do you know about public goods though? I got a construction buddy. This guy's always talking my ear off about public goods.
Alright, you got a video or something?
Yeah. Here, let me
Alright,
pull it
let's
up.
watch that.
You click this video to learn how public goods can cause market failure.
So first things first, a public good is anything that the general public can benefit from.
For example, public infrastructure like roads are something that we all benefit from. And this is a problem for private engineering firms because there's virtually no way for them to make a profit off these types of products unless they charge some sort of toll that no one wants to pay. So this specifically affects civil engineers because in order for them to find work, they must get some sort of government contract in order to use taxpayer money.
Yo, that was good, but I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of information, yo.
Yeah, I'm lucky so brain rotted, I didn't get anywhere with that.
Yo, you see this guy Kage?
Yo, I bump him all the
Yo,
time.
Fire music?
Okay.
He made a song about this.
Oh, word?
Yeah, let's
play that right now.
Let's roll.
Yeah, let me tell you something about market failure. Yeah, in a zone where markets don't behave, equilibrium hitting, but it can't be saved. Put Redo efficiency, now we falling off, ain't no one safe for me. Yeah, market failure textbook on the beat. When the outcomes ain't optimal, demands they meet. Yeah, what are the causes? Let me listen my rotation, so you better hear the first time. Market failure, the system be derailing. Price tags messed up, money failing. The government, they may intervene, step up and try to tailor, but they stuck in the same behavior. Market failure, let's break it down. Pareto inefficient when the flaws come around. You get the first part. Let's move on to the next. Let's go. Asymmetric info, some knowing more. Buyers blindfolded while the sellers run the store. Externalities spill over, it's everywhere. People paying costs they didn't choose, it's unfair. Imperfect competition when the big dogs feast and the small firms cease. Deceased. It's in markets when the prices never come to light. No exchange, no trade, none in sight. Yeah, the government step in trying to fix what's broke. Senate rules, taxes, subsidies, no joke. Wanna improve outcomes, rewrite the script, but when they mess up, the flaws still in the mix. Market failure hit the system be derailing. Price tags messed up, money failing. The government, they may intervene, step up and try to tailor, but they stuck in the same behavior. Just remember, market failure bad. Yeah, market failure bad. Bro.